Okay, so here's the next question for the problem of the day, that is put marbles in bags. Okay, so what the question is saying, that we will give weights, okay, and we will have some bags, okay, that is k bags. Okay, total number of bags are k, and these weights are of the marbles. So basically, if there is total number of 4 marbles here, okay, and the weights of every marble here 1 3 5 10. Okay, so we have to put these marble in the bag, okay, and no bag should be empty. Okay, we have to fill all the bags that are present. Okay, so all the number of k number of bags. Okay, and so basically we have to split these weights in or marbles in the form of the k bags. Okay, and there are some conditions that we have we will calculate the cost of the bag. Okay, and then we will calculate the score. Okay, so score is the sum of all the cost of the bag. That is, if k is 2, then simply we will add all the cost of both bag. Okay, so simply it will get the score. So we have to calculate the maximum and minimum score, and then we will simply we have to return the difference between the maximum and minimum. Okay, so let's just move on the question. Okay, so let's just understand a little bit more how the answer is formed. Okay, so if you see here, we have taken this example in case, so simply 2 bags. Okay, so we can simply split in these total 3 ways. Okay, so this can be in first bag and these 3 can be in second bag, then these 2 can be in first bag and these 2 can be in second bag, then these 3 can be in first bag and then this can be in second bag. Okay, so total number of k minus 1 splitting can be possible. Okay, so basically you can't put all the marble in one bag because one will be then empty. Okay, so that's why k minus 1 splitting is possible. Okay, so if we calculate the cost in the score, then simply it will be like so cost is calculated the adding of weight of I and j. Okay, so if we get this bag, that is, if a bag is containing only this marble, that weight is 1, so simply I and j would be same at this position. So because only one marble, so we will simply add weight of I plus weight of j, that is 1 plus 1. Okay, then we will add the next. Okay, so if you will see the either so here I and j are basically extreme points. That is this first so this is the first this is I and this is j. Okay, so simply we will so cost of the second bag would be simply 3 plus 1 4, that is 3 plus 1, and so simply it will come 6. Okay, so total score of the bag is 6. Okay, so this is how cost is calculated. In same manner, we can simply copy it, and we can calculate this also. So in this same I and j would be here 3. Okay, 1 plus 3. Okay, because here are 2. Okay, so I is here, j is here. I and j are extreme point of the marble. Okay, so like here 3, then I is here and j is here. Okay, and from I to j all the marbles should be placed in the bag. Okay, like not like we can place 3 and then only 1, we can leave 5 in the next bag. No, so total like sub arrays. Okay, so for next you can simply update this value to 5, then you can see, so the total value is like 10. Okay, so then you can simply calculate the next. You can copy it and paste it. Okay, then for next I and j would be simply here 5, and for next that is 1 plus 1. Okay, so simply it will give 8. Okay, so these are the total possible scores that can be formed with these weights and this k. Okay, so if you see, so the maximum is this 10 and minimum is this 6, so simply we will subtract 10 minus 6. Okay, and yes, that's why the answer is 4. So this is how the answer is formed, and this is the question that is basically asking how basically we can do this. So one thing, if you see, there is something common, that is this extreme points, that is this 1 and this 1. Okay, so this extreme points, that is 1 and 1, first and last element. Okay, 1 and 1 in every this score, if you see, these are added. Okay, this one and this one. Okay, so simply this. Okay, so if you see, these are added every time. So if we just remove it, then also we can answer would be same, okay, because it is the same value every time. In every question it would be same. So if you remove, the answer would be simply 4 here, and if you remove, then the value of maximum would be 8, and if you remove, then it would be simply 6. We are basically seeing here pattern, okay. So let's just remove this one, okay. So simply we have removed, because these will always be there in every pair, okay, because first and last element would be there. So simply we can ignore it, okay, because we have to just find the maximum and minimum, and basically difference between them, okay. So if we just remove this, then also the difference is same. 8 minus 4 is 4, okay. Answer is same. So why have we have done this? Because we will get some pattern by this. So if you see, this is now the only k minus 1. If you basically just let's just understand, okay. So if you see now, sum 1 plus 3, 3 plus 5, 5 plus 1, okay. So you can see the pattern. That is, now when we have split this, okay, then only now the sum is this only. That is the pair of splitting, okay, the first and the last one. And here also, where we have split, we can only simply add these two, that is 3 and 5, the splitting position. And simply you can also see here, we just don't need extra these thing, okay. Simply you can add only this. So this is the main thing you have got from this approach, that we can simply add the split position. And you can also see that we have the split position are only k minus 1. So we will simply add k minus 1 times, okay. So simply you can see 1 plus 3 we have added, so it is k minus 1 because the split is only 1, okay. So if we just think the k was 3, and we can simply split here also. Let's just assume it, okay. So okay, so okay, so let's just assume if k was 3, and we can also split here. So simply you can add this 5 plus 1 also, okay. So because it is also a split, so basically you got the thing, okay. How this is working, we just have to add k minus 1 basically splits, okay. We just have to add pairs of splits, okay. We just don't need any extra thing, because these first and last would be common, okay. So this is the basic the approach, okay. So simply for this we will create the pair weights, okay, like if I create okay. So let's just take this array, and let's just create the pair weights. That is 1 plus 3 is 4, and 3 plus 5 is 8, and 5 plus 1 is 6. So if you see, the pair weights are this, okay. 1 plus 3 is 4, and 3 plus 5 is 8, and 5 plus 1 is 6. So these are the pair weights, okay, that we need. If we split from here, then this will the answer, this will the, okay. And if we split from here, then this will the answer, and if we split from here, this will the answer, okay. And then we can simply sort this pair weight, so that we can get the maximum and minimum, okay. Because you can see, if 1 and 3 are the minimum position, if you see this 1 3 we have chosen, if we have split from here, then the minimum was 4, okay. And then we have split this from 3 5, then the minimum was maximum was 8, and then we have find the 8 and 4. So simply we can get the k minus 1 element from the pair weight. So if we just sort it, so let's just sort it, okay. 4 6 8, okay. And we can simply get the k minus 1 element from here, maximum minimum. So we can simply get k minus 1, k is 2, so simply that will simply 1 minimum. So it will simply start from first, because minimum is in sorting, minimum is at first, okay. So simply we will get the first element as the minimum, okay. And because if k was 3, then simply we can get 2 minimum from starting, that will simply, and we can add them, and that will simply get the answer, minimum value. And from last we will get maximum value, okay. So k minus 1, that is k is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, so simply we will get 1 that is maximum from the last, that is 8. So simply we will subtract maximum to maximum minus minimum, that is the difference. So 8 minus 4 is, answer is 4. So basically you got the approach, why we have created the pair weights, and how this thing work, okay, why we have add these two, okay. So I've explained all the approach. We will see the code in the code part is basically easy, that is simply easy, okay. Main was approach, okay, that's why this question is hard, okay, because main logic is not able to understand, because if you will do it with DP, then simply it will take factorial, okay, okay, factorial time complexity, and that is simply not accepted. So that's why this pattern was important to understand. So that's it. Okay, so here's the next basically Leetcode. Okay, you can see the code. I have zoomed out so you can see properly. Okay, so you can see we have taken the weight size. Okay, then we have taken the pair weights. I have explained you why, because simply I will store this as sum of pairs. Okay, that is 1 3 and 3 5. Okay, so this is the loop that will simply store the sum. Okay, then simply we sort the pair weights. Okay, then we will simply take the first k element, that is simply with the minimum, and the last k, that this is the maximum. Okay, simply we will add k minus 1, sorry, first k minus 1 element, we will add them, that will simply get the maximum value, and last k minus 1 elements, that will simply get the, sorry, no, basically I'm saying just reverse. First k minus 1 element gives the minimum, that is simply here, and last k minus 1 element will get the maximum. Okay, so simply we will add this and subtract this total this in one go, and we'll simply it will create the answer. You can submit it. Basically the code part is easy of this question, but the main thing was approach to understand. Okay, so you can see the time complexity, that is NlogN, because we are sorting, that is simply take NlogN, and this adding also n. Okay, so simply it is NlogN. Okay, you can see. Okay, and the space is like only big of n, because we are storing the pair weights. Okay, you can also use priority queue if we minimize the space, if that will simply get big of k, that will simply get the top k elements at the top, so simply that will minimize the space complexity. Okay, so that was the code. I will provide you the code on GitHub. Please like.